and welcome to TheMan Games. Today on the channel we're going to look at the Hurt Business, but it's going to be a suit attire video today on the channel. So we're going to be looking at Cedric Alexander, Shelton Benjamin, MVP and Bobby Lashley all in suit attire forms. If you're new watching TheMan Games and this is the first time you're watching the channel, please think about subscribing to the channel. If you already have subscribed, make sure you got the notifications turned on, and if you click that like button, that would be a great way to help support TheMan Games as well. So we're going to look into Cedric Alexander first. So all these suits are kind of like a similar type of suit that I've seen them wear on Raw in previous times. So that is where the bit. There's no like in particular like episode of Raw or them all together. These are just the ones that I thought looked the best that they ever looked in the past, obviously. So edit attire, going down to clothing. So there's nothing on head. So upper body now. So the tops. So is that shirt and tie there. And for the materials, so we have just default, and default for all three of those. And then for the colours, so we have black, that shade of like a really dark red there, and that shade of like a grey black for there. And now if we go down to jackets, which is this one here, and the material for the jacket, they're both default as well. And then for the colour, we have black and the same shade of red as we used for the tie. So remember to look at the hue and the colour picker for the correct shades. And now to lower body, so to bottoms, so it's these ones here. So material for these, we have cloth, default, and leather for the belt. And then for the colours, so we have that shade of red there. So remember to look at the hue and the colour picker. Gold for the buckle, and black for the belt. And then lastly for Cedric Alexander, down to boots and shoes. So it's these shoes here, and they're just exactly as they already are on the game. You don't need to change anything about them. So there you go, that was Cedric Alexander. Right then, now so into Shelton Benjamin. So clothing, upper body, to jackets. So is this one here. So make sure you're looking for the one in the gold box. And materials for these, we have cloth, default, and default, so just cloth for material 1 there. Then for the colours, so colour number 1 is that like cream shade of colour there. So remember to look at the hue and the colour picker to get the correct shade. A light blue there for the shirt, white for the buttons, and black for the buttons on the jacket. So it's like a blacky grey. You could have it all black. You can leave it there. Maybe all black will be better actually. We'll keep it all black. And now going down to the lower body. So bottoms. So I believe these are the same ones as we used for the Cedric Alexander. So materials. So we've got cloth again. And default for the second one. And it was on plastic, but it should have been on leather for the belt. So leather for material number 3. Then for the colours, so that shade of blue there. And then we have gold for the buckle of the belt and black for the belt itself. And now going down to boots and shoes. So we've got these shoes here. So material for these are all default, so we won't bother clicking on all 3 of those. And the colours, so we have that shade of brown there. And then black. And that shade of like a brownie black there. So that is it for the Shelton Benjamin. We're going to look into MVP next. So now we've got MVP, so clothing, upper body, so tops 1, which is this one here. So that is next to the one we used for Cedric Alexander. As you can see there, it's just the one across. Now materials for this, we have cloth, and cloth again, so all 4 are cloth. And then for the colours, we have that shade of grey there, and again, then white for the shirt, and blue for the tie. And then down to jackets, which is this one here, so it's a buttoned up suit jacket. And materials for these, we have cloth and default. And then for the colours, we have the same shade of grey again, and then white for the buttons on the jacket. And now to lowers, so bottoms, so it's the same bottoms we've used again throughout the video. So materials for these, so we have cloth, and because you can't see the belt, there's no point in changing the other two materials. And for the colours, so we have grey again for the trousers, and the colours for the belt are gold and black, like we have chosen for the other ones, but you can't see them, so it's up to you whether you change that or not. And then down to boots and shoes, so it's these shoes here, and the material for these is just default, and the colour obviously wants to be black, like so. So now what we need to do is go into the almighty Bobby Lashley next. Right then, so going into Bobby Lashley, so attire, so in-ring attire here now, so clothing, head, so you might actually just want these on for the entrance, but we've left them on for the in-ring as well. So it's those glasses there, it's right next to the purple one, as you can see that in the gold box. And the materials for this, all four of them are default, so we don't need to click on all four of those. Then for the colours, we have that shade there for the middle part. We have black, black, and black. And now to upper body, so to jackets, so it's this one here. And the materials for these is cloth, default, and cloth again. And then for the colours, so we have that shade of like a dirty yellow, I suppose that the colour would be, or like a mustard yellow maybe. So remember, look at the hue and the colour picker, so then you're going to get the correct shade. And then we have blue there for the shirt, and the same shade of yellow there for the tie. And then we're going to go down to lowers, so to bottoms. So same again, it's the same suit trousers that we've chosen throughout the video, just because these ones seem the best ones, that's why we've used them throughout the video. And material for these, we have cloth, default, and default. That's just because obviously you can't see the belt anyway, so there's no point in really changing the colours. So colour number one wants to be the same shade of yellow as we've used before. And like I said before, it's up to you if you want to change the colour of the belt, but you can't see it anyway, so there's probably no point. Click accept, and again, and then lastly go down to boots and shoes. So it's these shoes here, and material for those, they're all default. And then for the colours, so we have that dark shade of brown there, and then we have black and black, and there you have it. That is how to create the Hurt Business in their suit form attire. Well, I do hope you did enjoy this video today and you did find it helpful. If you did so, please think about subscribing to TheMan Games if you haven't already. If you already have, make sure you've got the notifications turned on, then you'll know when our next video goes up on the channel. You can also find us on social media at TheMan Games on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. We are also on Pinterest, Reddit and TikTok as well. Also in the description below there will be a link to subscribe to our newsletter. By doing so you will get a weekly email letting you know what goes up on the channel. So thank you very much for watching and supporting TheMan Games today, and we will see you on the next video.